Yo, what's up, Capricorn? Welcome to monthly forecast for the month of January 2018. Capricorn, Happy New Year. And 2018 starts off with some substantial astrology happening. We've got two full moons this month. We've got one on the first of the month, and we've got one on the last day of the month. And they're both super moons, and the second one actually is a total lunar eclipse. And that's a pretty significant event. I'm going to talk more about that, what that means for you later in the forecast. And then we have Uranus, which is coming out of its retrograde on January 2nd. It's finally moving direct. It's been retrograding since August 3rd, 2017. So for you, this has to do with your home life, has to do with your family situation. But the sun is going to be in your sign, Capricorn, throughout the month of January 2018. So there's going to be more of a focus on you throughout this month. So enjoy yourself, and the focus is on you. So concentrate on yourself. Don't worry about what anybody else is doing. This is your birthday month. A lot of you are having your birthdays, or for others of you, you might have had your birthday at the end of December. But regardless, it's all about you and new beginnings for you. And then the sun is going to shift on January 19th, and it's going to move into an area that has more to do with your money situation. So enjoy all the extra attention that you're getting throughout the month of January, because when the sun shifts on January 19th, it's going to be more of a focus on your money situation. But those are the main themes for you, Capricorn, for the month of January 2018. Now I'm going to talk about some more specific major astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. Right off the bat, on January 1st, there's a full moon. This is the first full moon of the year, and this is also a super moon. It has to do with your relationship situation. So this is going to resonate in a multitude of different ways for each Capricorn. It's not going to be the same for every Capricorn. So if you're coupled up, then you could be taking your relationship to the next level following this full moon. So let's say you're in a relationship but you're not engaged. Now all of a sudden, sometime following the full moon on January 4th, you're going to be getting engaged. If you're already engaged, maybe sometime following the full moon on January 1st, you're going to get married. If you're already married, this just might be a development for your marriage potentially, and that could go either way. It could be a positive development for some of you. Others of you, not so much. I'm not saying that every Capricorn is going to go breaking up following January 1st, but some of you might. I don't want to say that it's not going to happen because, some of you, maybe you've been dealing with a situation that's been going on for so long and now it's time for a split. But, for the flip side, this could be a positive development for your relationship. And for those of you who are single, if you're a Capricorn who's single, I'm not saying this is definitely going to, resonate as someone coming into your life for a relationship. But yeah, for some of you it might. So following the full moon on January 1st, if you're single, there is the possibility that potentially someone might enter your life for a relationship following the full moon. On January 2nd, Uranus is finally moving forward. It's been retrograding since August 3rd, 2017. This has to do with your home life situation. So if you've been reviewing in a home life situation or revising it, or just trying to figure out how to proceed with a home life situation, now following January 2nd, when Uranus starts to move forward in this area, you're going to have a lot more clarity about how to proceed. So, R for retrograde, R for revise. In the past 5 months, what do I do with this family situation that's been going on? What do I do with this home life situation that's been going on? Now on January 2nd, when Uranus begins to move forward, now you're going to have a better idea about how to proceed with the things that I just mentioned. Maybe some of you were stuck, this is a pretty specific situation, but, if the select few of you that were looking to buy property or do a move of some sort, if there was some sort of delay potentially in the past 5.5 months, now all of a sudden, January 2nd, now you're looking to move. So, or, whatever has been held or stuck or delayed regarding your home or your family life, following January 2nd, now you're going to see some progress with it. On January 8th, Venus is in your sign. It's making a positive angle to Jupiter. And this is a great one for, if you want to post something up on social media. I guarantee it'll get a lot of likes. This is a great time for hanging out with your friends. Venus is in your sign. So, for you singles, potentially some of you might be, or someone might be attracted to you because Venus is in your sign. So you're magnetic. So potentially somebody in the area of your friendships or your social situation might have an attraction for you. So, check social media. Maybe somebody on social media likes you. Maybe somebody in your friendships is interested in you for romance. If you haven't tried online dating, this might be a great day for you to do so. If you're already happily coupled up, this is a great day for you to maybe go out with your significant other to one of your favorite social venues. On January 13th, Venus is actually making more of a difficult angle to Uranus. So Venus, once again, in your sign, January 13th. Now it's making a trickier angle to Uranus, and this has to do with something under your roof potentially. So some of you might have more of a tricky situation, maybe a tricky love life situation going on underneath your roof right around January 13th, maybe. Now, for others of you, you might be trying to do something creative. Like if it doesn't have to do with your love life, then potentially something you're creative you're trying to do in your home life. You might have a little bit of a difficult situation with that. For others of you, this might have to do with your family. So maybe some sort of difficult family situation that's going to be rearing its ugly head on January 13th. On January 16th, there's a new moon in your sign. So this is Capricorn 2.0 coming down the pike. Get rid of the old Capricorn. Capricorn, you are somebody who is rooted in tradition, but now this is a time for you to move forward. This is new beginnings for you, Capricorn. So, the way the new moon works, it's going to hit in your sign on January 16th. And the 6 months that follow January 16th, all these new beginnings might be coming down, might be coming your way, Capricorn. I'm not saying all these new beginnings, but, some of you might be having some new beginnings that are going to show up in your life in the 6 months that follow January 16th. So, over the next 6 months following January 16th, some people are going to be like, well, wow, Capricorn, that's new about you. And wow, Capricorn, that's new about you too. So, some people might be surprised even by new developments that are happening in your life in the 6 months that follow January 16th. January 18th, Mars is going to be aspecting positively to Chiron. However, it is Chiron, so no matter what kind of aspect any planet makes to Chiron, Chiron's going to always be oversensitive. It's the asteroid in our solar system that has to do with oversensitivity, making mountains out of molehills. Some of you, this might be something about, either you're communicating something over social media or to an audience of some sort, or vice versa. Maybe it's something you're hearing on or seeing on social media potentially, and you might be overreacting. You might be too sensitive about it. Chiron would suggest that someone's too sensitive in this situation, whether it's you or someone you're relaying a message to. Maybe you're going to say something publicly or to an audience of some sort, or maybe you're going to say something on social media and someone's going to blow it way out of proportion. I mean, whatever. So too bad about them. If they're too sensitive, then that's their problem. But if it's you, then, maybe you're being too sensitive. So it's going to be somebody. It's going to be you or somebody else. So look out for that one on January 18th. On January 24th, Mercury is going to be aligning with Pluto, and this is happening in your sign. And Pluto is going to be in your sign for another 6 years. So Pluto is transformative. And Pluto is intense, so you could have some intense moments in your life while Pluto's here. It's still going to be here for another 6 years with you, Capricorn. So, with Mercury aligning, this is you potentially communicating about yourself. It might be something that's more, more profound potentially. Maybe you need to have a deep conversation about yourself for some reason. Others of you might just be thinking about something that's deeply embedded within yourself. So, Mercury is thought and Pluto is depth and Pluto is profound. And, potentially, like I said, some of you really might be thinking deeply about something about yourself right around January 24th. On January 28th, Mercury is making more of a difficult angle to Uranus. So early in the forecast, I talked about how Venus made this angle to Uranus. Now Mercury's taking its turn to make this angle to Uranus. And this has to do more with communication because Mercury is the planet of speech and talking. And this is a conversation that may happen with somebody in your home, or this has to do with a family situation. Potentially you're talking to somebody in your family. It's a little bit of a trickier conversation potentially for some of you. Maybe the conversation's about you. Mercury's in your sign, so maybe the topic of the conversation might be about you for some of you. On January 31st, there's a full moon total lunar eclipse, and this has to do with some sort of, it's either a development that's going to be happening in your shared resource situation, or it's going to be a breaking away. So you got to watch with these lunar eclipses have to do a lot with breaking away sometimes. So sometimes there's a breaking away. I'm not saying that, the lunar eclipse is going to happen on January 31st, and then all of a sudden, all these Capricorns are going to see a breaking away, regarding a shared resource situation. No, it's not going to be the case for everybody. Maybe it's going to be some kind of substantial development in your shared resource situation. Maybe for others of you, this has to do with business partnerships, potentially. For one group of you, this might have to do with a contract, and maybe there's some sort of contract involved with this. Maybe it is a development in your business partnerships. Maybe this does have to do with your business partnerships. I mean, some of you might, if you do have to break away from a business partnership following January 31st, and just know there's going to be a way better one that's more aligned with your life path and your fate coming in. I'm not saying it's going to happen for all Capricorns, but for maybe a few of you it will. Others of you, this might be some kind of substantial business negotiation happening following January 31st. January 31st, and Mercury retrograde's over now. So, and what else was I gonna say? This also has to do with your sex life. So, this lunar eclipse, this might have to do with your sex life. So something might come to fruition regarding your sex life. Maybe somebody's going to come into your life sometime following the eclipse, and maybe this person is going to be part of your sex life. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I'll see you next month.